Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to this feminine platform, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, ladies and lurkers and ear hustlers, welcome. So I wanted to make a long overdue feminine school video about getting to I do, and I wanted to share some much needed game on how to stop a man from wasting your time when it comes to the investment of marriage. And much later on in the video, I will share my honest thoughts on Ashanti confirming her reunification with the almost 50-year-old rapper Nelly. Now, for house cleaning purposes, this is for my special snowflakes who don't want marriage or who believe that marriage is not all that. You are heard loud and clear, but this will be your prime opportunity to exit stage left because this video content will not be for you. And for those of you who talk down on marriage or who devalue marriage, or who never got a marriage proposal, or who love to blurt out that marriages end in divorce. You are absolutely right. Not every woman wants marriage, nor is every woman capable of being a wife. And yes, divorce is a strong possibility, as the marriage divorce rate has always hovered around 50%. But if you married a hypergamous provider, at the very least, you did not waste your time because your soon-to-be ex-husband will have to pay you to go away. Those are called hypergamous perks and the benefits of marrying smart, instead of marrying hypogamously or marrying or having a baby by a financial bum. But for those of you who do want marriage, and this is especially for my 25 and over younger listeners who don't have a feminine mentor in their lives, or who are very inexperienced when it comes to understanding how to have an end game. Ladies, when you are in the dating and marriage marketplace, especially after 25, a woman must always think about her relationship end game, especially if you're a woman who wants her own biological children, as I have already thoroughly discussed in my very important 15-year window video. And sidebar, when it comes to Black women and fertility conversations, there is this general mindset amongst many Black women, and it's very harmful and very unhelpful. There's this insidious idea that Black women don't go through fertility struggles, or that Black women can have babies in their 50s and 60s and 70s, in spite of a thing called timing, science, and medicine. We are also the community that is most inclined to make anomalies and exceptions the standard, as there are always those women with the "my aunt had a baby at 56, 74, 92 story who are always trying to make the exceptions the rule. Now, sorry to burst your bubble, and you can go argue with your gas station wig, but not all women want to have kids or to start families in their 40s. And while there are loads of opinions and advice and lots of redundant and watered down chit-chat on how to get a man's bag, and at this point very beat-to-death gender war conversations, no one really seems to know how to move the needle when it comes to the marriage conversation, or when it comes to actually getting a man to propose to you and to seal the deal. Now, after a timely, exclusive period of dating, let's just say 2 years or less, all relationships will eventually turn the corner on the path on whether or not that relationship will have a go at upgrading their chemistry and their compatibility with the investment of marriage. Because ladies, all relationships have phases, and they are either growing or they are dying. And relationships are not meant to remain stuck at a junior high school level. Now, I always advised women with this sage advice, and a lot of women over the years have gotten their feathers ruffled over this advice. But when a man spots his wife, or when a man knows that you're the one, he will typically move to seal the deal with 1 year or less, and dare I say 6 months or less. Ladies, just a little bit of male psychology here, but a man by nature is a hunter, and by nature is territorial. So please trust and believe that a man knows like he knows whether or not he wants you to be his wife. And if he isn't sure, he will not have a problem placeholder dragging you, and he will enjoy your slice of heaven, and he will stall you out as long as you allow it, whether 6 months, 6 years, or 6 decades, because a man will always hold out in the hopes of finding, attracting, or bumping into the dream girl that he is waiting for. And the very disastrous thing about placeholder dragging is that it will place the burden of whether to leave or to stay on the woman. And if the woman believes that her man is the prize, like so many women have been groomed to believe, that woman will not walk, nor will she require him to invest or commit when it boils down to becoming a missus. And trust me when I tell you, ladies, when a man has placed you in the placeholder category on your end, stakes will become super high, because being a man's placeholder essentially means that he has you underneath his thumb, that you are his familiar, cozy pair of house slippers, and that he knows that you have made yourself an immovable piece of furniture. So if you want to get the marriage ball rolling, here are my new feminine school suggestions on how to get a man to propose. Number 9, starting with the obvious. Are you someone or are you the one? Ladies, know the difference between when you are someone and the one, and be willing to cut off the relationship faucet when a man starts to stall, especially when you know in your heart of hearts that you want to be a wife. Any further time that you invest after 2 years will start to turn into the sunken cost fallacy, where you will be the one that he settled for, but not the dream girl that he will bend over backwards for. Ladies, when a man is in love with you and they see you as the prize to be won, their actions will not only be crystal clear, but will also be pretty decisive, as they will not want to risk losing you to another man. Number 8. Men are not complicated when it comes to marriage, and you will know if you are the one when it comes to his follow through after an engagement or after he gives you a shut up ring. And for those of you who don't know, a shut up ring is a proposal of weak intentions and weak follow through, and will usually come after he's tried every carrot chasing, stalling tactic known to man, including hemming, hawing, gaslighting, cheating on you, making babies with other women, moving the needle, mistreating you, moving sideways, blaming it on his sick mama, or blaming it on the dog. And usually all of these stalling tactics are all directly related to a man not being sure about making his attachment to you permanent. Number 7, do a deeper dive reading by reading the Feminine Book Club pick, Getting to I Do, cover to cover. And the younger you are to have this information to read, the better. Women are not the same as men, as women are on a time clock with the 15-year window, and they do not have time to waste if they want their own biological children. Number 6, be more mysterious than the average woman. Women who are waiting on the ring and women who are typically given the runaround in their relationships will usually predictably nag, beg, or try to shame their man into giving them the ring. But ladies, cornering, forcing, or pressuring a man into marrying you will not only backfire, but he'll end up resenting the HE double hockey stick out of you in ways that you can't foresee. Better to dial back the attention that you're giving him by making yourself less available. Simples. Dialing back your attention does not mean the sadistic emotional abuse of the silent treatment. The best way to ignore a man is to pull away by staying busy and by texting and calling less. This is also your headspace time to decide if the man that you are with is actually husband material. Ladies, this entire mindset is how a woman uses her soft power to her benefit. Plus, giving a man the presence of your absence will send his mind into overdrive and will turn his mind into a Rubik's Cube, where he will have to figure out the simple marriage math that 1 + 1 = 2. One strategy to use is to book a 4-day trip to anywhere without bothering to invite him. By the time that you come back, his territorial nature should be activated. Any man who is truly bonded to you will worry that you're either slipping away, that you're considering leaving, or even worse, that you found somebody better. And one of the most painful things for a man is losing, as men are competitive for quality women. So use your soft power by allowing your absence to activate a man's problem-solving nature. Number 4, the cold feet syndrome. Now, are there men who may have a rare case of cold feet after you make it known that you want to be a wife? Sure. But when he starts hemming and hawing and gaslighting you by telling you that marriage is only a piece of paper, that is exactly when a woman is supposed to walk, not negotiate. The minute you negotiate your worth, you're no longer the prize and you lose your leverage, and then the power balance starts to shift in his favor, making him the prize and you the placeholder. Number 3, A word on hypergamy. Now, ladies, if you are following the traditional path of hypergamous dating, where a man is courting, investing, giving you his free time or giving you his last dime and showering you with presents, more than likely he will not want to lose out on his investment or on the energy that he has poured into you. This is called high value dating and moving as the prize. That way, if the relationship should end, you won't feel completely played, used, or discarded. Now, in the book, Getting to I Do, if he doesn't come back to propose within 6 weeks of radio silence, then he wasn't ever going to ask. And although this is a blow to a woman's ego and a painful realization to accept, a woman will have her upfront answer as opposed to giving a man 10 years of her biology, holding out for hope while he enjoys the benefits of your slice of heaven and the companionship without the investment or the commitment backed up by a marriage license. But always remember that if you aren't the one for him, ladies, then that means he also isn't the one for you. Ladies, no one ever tells women this, but protecting your time and your biology is a woman's responsibility, not his. Now, as for Ashanti, I know that the internets have been cheering her on, and I absolutely want her to win. But I personally feel that after 10 plus years of on and off dating, she should have never gone back to Nelly without a ring and a wedding date. Because now, at the age of 43, and this is a woman who has publicly admitted to wanting marriage and a family, but with taking her Dusty back, all of her leverage is gone, and only time will tell how Nelly will steer the direction of this spin the block reunification. I honestly do not have a good feeling about this, but I am really hoping that he proves me wrong. But ladies, please feel free to leave your honest opinions about that relationship in the comments section below. And as always, I thank you for listening, and I thank you for watching, and I thank you for subscribing. And please share this video if you care to further grow our feminine community. And as always, please stay tuned for more feminine school videos to come. And I will catch up with you ladies and lurkers and ear hustlers in the next one.